I'm just watching my CPU heat up. I'm just watching it go. Brrrr. Oh, oh. Okay. I think we're leveling out. I think we're leveling out at 70% instead of 100. So I think we're good. Do I look better? I mean, I know I always look amazing, but do I look a different level of amazing? An increased level. I've got nothing but buffering on YouTube? No. I see excellent connection on YouTube. No! Almost no delay now? YouTube app? Definitely seems better. It's good. I think we are back. Sick. Okay. Awesome. And I'm seeing 25 viewers. We're back. Looks good. Awesome. Okay. I'm going to put it into chat really quick. Go to new event. Switch to Twitch and it's good. Okay. Cool. Sick. Yeah. I had it on software encoding instead of hardware encoding with GPU. And I have a nice graphics card. So, weirdly enough, switching to that magically fixed things. Who would have thought? Woo! Technical issues! And hey, you know what? I'm not even gonna... I can't even say shit, because there's gonna be a weird split just like there was on Critical Role. Except I'm not re-uploading my VODs, so fuck them. Whoa! The chat just caught up. What's up? Alright. So, let's talk. Let's do it. You need to change the video resolution? Oh. Okay. YouTube's yelling at me saying I need to change the resolution, which I don't want to do. So, when I say I don't want to do it, I don't think I can without ending the stream again. And I ain't doing that shit. Oh no, I can. I can change it. Okay. Let's change it. Okay. YouTube, are you going to be happy with me now? We need, now what we need is a sub button on Twitch. I believe I have to be either affiliate or partner. So, and the I think the cutoffs for that are like 75 concurrents and, like a certain amount of like stream time. I'll hit the stream time easily. That will not be a problem. But the concurrence, I mean, you know, we'll see. Hopefully, you know, we buff the numbers and things go well. Let's see. Multi-stream, stream chat. Nah, 75 concurrence is partner. Okay, so I just need affiliate to have a sub button. Because I would love those Twitch Primes. That Twitch Prime is just free money. Okay. Was that a bot? Wait, there was a bot in the Twitch chat? Oh, no. Twitch, it is. YouTube keeps buffering. Oh, no. Well, hopefully things go okay. Okay. Sub button appears when affiliate. Oh, affiliate's like 3 concurrent chatters. I think we'll have that literally after this stream. Although I need like 8 hours of stream time. So probably next stream. Baroness, I had to come here? Oh. You need to change the video resolution. I did change the video resolution, YouTube. Okay. Oh, no. YouTube might continue to get mad. I have both open and they're both running for me. Interesting. I don't have buffering on YouTube. Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, we'll see. I mean, just go wherever's good for you. And as long as one of them's working, right? YouTube keeps crapping the bed. Weird. Very weird. Okay. I mean, for now, Oh, you had to switch to Twitch too. Very odd. Yep, there was a bot. Might want to mod over here just to smack them. Want a mod just so you don't have to keep deleting because bots are relatively common. Oh, interesting. You'll definitely want mod icons if you don't already. I have basically not set up almost anything on Twitch, but I know that Mustang offered in the chat, and I'm down with that Mustang. So I'll just promote Mustang really quick. Old head, cute, cool person, and so let's see. I know that I can literally just like go in. Mustang they don't want to ban. Wait. Okay, how do I mod? Invite? What is invite? Oh, no, that's stream together. That's not at all what I was looking for. Mod. Okay. Mustang Day is now modded. Hopefully that will be good. I mod for SFW ASMR streams, so this will be easy. Dude, I've kind of been wanting to do ASMR. Is that crazy? I've actually been like ideating a potential like fantasy D&D related ASMR stream. Like I've been thinking about like reading the Brothers Grimm or something like that. Like I don't know. Like something I doing like an ASMR reading of like some like not royalty free, what's the word? Public domain work. Because I did, if you go way back on the YouTube channel, I did a stream where I read part of the Time Machine. The stream was hated where I marketed it, but that's mostly because I marketed it bad in retrospect. But I've always wanted to bring that back. Never give power to a lawyer. Agreed. EU ASMR, not for me. I mean, it has, I think it has like a very cultural, like sexual connotation, but I've listened to ASMR. I've listened to GB on YouTube. And I didn't get the tingles, but I definitely get it. It's kind of like a guided meditation. It's very calming. But Twitch is only offering 2160p. Interesting. Wait, only. I think that was sarcasm. Now we're nice and cozy and ready to emote. Let's fucking go. You would need such a limiter. ASMR Mega is Sam. Oh no, we haven't pulled up the bingo yet. We don't know about that yet. Honestly, I'd probably be here for it. GB. YouTube died now? No! Fuck. Okay. Let me go back to YouTube. It's still telling me that I need to change my video resolution, and I'm not, and it's telling me that the bitrate is lower. YouTube is still fine. Okay. I think we're just gonna move forward. There will always be a VOD if things don't work, and I will try to make some adjustments for the next stream. This is gonna be a weird one. But alright, cool. No, I mean there is auto on that one stream resolution. Oh, interesting. Vocals are still cutting for me a lot? Oh. God. I might need to up both of the bit rates. I don't think that would be an issue. Oh God. Okay. Since I'm seeing split decisions in the chat, I think I'm just gonna move forward. I'm very sorry if it's not working for you. And if I'll review the YouTube VOD later because I'm also local recording it. So if the YouTube VOD sucks, then this might be one of the few streams that gets uploaded as a long. Okay. I'm type 1 autistic and have sensory avoidance, so ASMR feels bad for me. Oh, I can understand that. That would very much, yeah. that's very much like a different strokes for different folks, but yeah, that makes a lot of sense. ASMR is just art. Check out Goodnight Moon. Okay, interesting. Okay. Cool. Let's do it. let's talk last stream. Obviously, what are we going to talk about? It's the Kiki Liam moment. Now, I've thought about it more. I don't know if there's like behind the scenes. I know that there is some behind the scenes stuff. So I am assuming that that Marisha knew this was coming at some point, and that Matt probably knew it was coming at some point. I also rewatched Matt's reaction to it, and he didn't seem like weird or mad. He just seemed like kind of like, whoa, shocked. So I have a feeling that Liam probably said, hey, can I do this? Like one of the next, few times or whatever, like when it feels right. The only thing I'll say, and it is based on a comment that I got, that was talking about how like it felt weird because once again, like Keyleth had no agency, even if Marisha had agency. And I also had forgotten that this same exact shit happened in the one-shots, in the Vasselheim Limited series. And I was like, damn, that's true. I completely forgot about that with Keyleth. So, I think that is kind of generally where I would go with this, is it's like, okay, it seems like this moment between Liam and Marisha was fine. And it is a very, like, classic fantasy thing of, like, they, like, fucking, he just, like, goes up and they kiss, and then it's a whole big thing. I think this moment in particular felt weird because it feels underdeveloped. I saw a lot of comments that were like, yeah, on rewatch, you can see it, and there are, like, really obvious moments. Like, one moment where, like, I was talking about how when Vax was dying at the Briarwood fight, he was, like, imagining Keyleth or whatever. And apparently in the stream for that episode, I was like, why is he imagining Keyleth? Like, even at that point, I was not getting it. So I think that, like, this moment is maybe a good example of maybe, like, improper escalation. To where, like, it's maybe not, it maybe, like, wasn't obvious where this was leading. And, that's not the easiest thing to do as a player. And, yeah, Kiki always being grabbed and kissed, cinematic, leading lady style, yeah. I would have liked to see Liam say I go in for a kiss, to give Marisha the ability to say she pulls back or accepts it. That's also, yeah. I think that is a good thing. I think, and I've thought about this a lot. I think that there is a power aspect and dynamic there that, like, can be legitimately, like, I think, okay, let me back up a little bit. There is something to be said for the fact that this is fiction. And just like something like 50 Shades of Grey, sometimes playing with shades of consent can be legitimately, like, arousing and, like, exciting to people. Like, that is not an invalid course of an invalid topic for, like, this sort of fiction. However, it has to be handled incredibly sensitively, and it runs the risk of, like, being a little bit not of being a little bit, but of being of straight up crossing over the line where it's responsible. And I think that there is, while, like, we can recognize that, like, that is, like, a legit, like, not asking for Keyleth's consent could be something that the players legitimately wanted to explore in the fiction, right? That might be something that was legitimately interesting to them, or, like, arousing or whatever. But there is another level of, like, this is on a live actual play where unless you are really explicit about the fact that that's what you're doing. Like, when you read 50 Shades of Grey, you know what you're getting into. You probably didn't know that's what you were getting from Critical Role. And so, didn't see escalation, didn't see that consent. And there's certainly something to be said for, it is very easy for someone to potentially see this moment and see the kind of effect that it has on their table. That sort of impact of everyone going, whoa, is something that I think a lot of players want to access at their tables. They want to have that sort of impact on their fellow players. It's like a level of power. And like, let's be honest with ourselves. Like, for at least a lot of people, D&D is an escapist hobby for people that probably don't have a lot of power in their own lives. Like, at least that's what it was for me. It's for like traditionally and historically, it has been for nerds and losers who may not have a lot of power in their traditional lives. And they see this sort of moment and they say, oh my gosh, look at all this power. Like, I could have. Like, look at the amount of effect I could have on other people. And they probably don't think through the delicate hand that you have to have when you are doing this. And the fact that you do need to talk about this beforehand, regardless of what's going to happen in the scene. Like, you need to clear this in all aspects with Marisha and with probably Matt as her partner. Like, so... Again, I want to be like careful about this because I don't think that it's invalid as something that can happen in D&D, even the exact way that it happened. But the way that it is presented as a piece of Critical Role, I really don't. I don't fuck with. I don't think it's good. So that's my general takeaway. Now, lots of chats. Let's read. But I didn't like it for Keyleth as a character. And that is very fair. Especially like, you know, me and Mike talked about like content warnings. Like, if they had put up a content warning for like unconsensual, etc., like, you might have known what you were going into. But it's, I don't know. Vax's timing is like the worst. Mega's romantic is not a romantic confirmed. Basically, just ask if you want to kiss someone. Oh my god! In real life, this should not be something that should ever be modeled in real life, unless that is your kink and there is previous consent to perform an action that has a lack of consent. But yeah, certainly this should not be a default behavior. I think of it like Rocky kissing Adrian in Rocky 1. Ooh, haven't seen it. A reference which I'm sure, never would. I've not seen any of the Rockies. You joking? Sylvester who? I think Vax has some issues that would explain this a little more, but they're kind of in spoiler territory. And that is why, again, I don't think that this is invalid as content, but I don't think it was handled well. I've seen the Rocky kiss. The Rocky kiss always seems sweet to me, but I've seen reactors not like it. And that is an example of, like, differences in framing. Like, even if it's the exact same thing, the way that it's framed, the way that it's escalated can be very different. If they had been doing flirting things for a while leading up to this, there's that sense of escalation, and suddenly this doesn't seem out of nowhere. Because I think the reason that this feels so weird when we think about Keyleth's perspective in it, is that they had been very lightly flirting. And we'd gotten more inside of Vax's head, but like, the actual actions that they have taken towards each other have been very light. And so this feels like a big jump up in escalation. At least that's my take on it. Having two chat fields, this is weird as a mod, as I see comments tipping a little too close to spoilery, but they're on the Twitch side while I'm on YouTube. And I mean, John, don't worry. I'll always have I'll have separate mods. Just, you know, worry about the YouTube side. You're all good. And this is also when I talked about like not being able to remove comments from on-screen chat. I looked into it. There's basically no solution except for some weird techie stuff that I'm too worried would not be reliable enough. So I think if someone puts a spoiler in chat, it's just going to be there. And we can address it live. 50 Shades of boring. I have complaints. That is not how this works. Is not how any of that thing works. I'm just saying erotica that plays with I'm not. Look, 50 Shades of Grey is bad. Like, it is not presenting a kinky lifestyle. It is presenting abuse. We don't disagree on that field. I'm using it as an example of like a very well-known piece of erotic fiction that blurs the line of consent. So to make myself totally clear on that. Is it uncomfortable? And not the ideal way, of course, but for these two characters, it's okay because of an underlying dynamic that we only get hints of as the audience. And I think that that's part of the issue, is that there's only these hints. There needs to be a little bit more to have it be a responsible scene to the audience. Like, I think that this is a fine and responsible scene at their table, but it is not presented responsibly. Tugs her collar in protest. You can excuse ignoring consent, but I draw the line at betraying Gilmore. Hey, look. I don't think Gilmore and Vax were exclusive. If I had to guess, I'd say Gilmore has other partners as well. I don't. I think there's a little bit of a polycule going on. Or not a polycule, but whatever. They get a lot better with that type of thing in the future, which is great. That's awesome. That's awesome to learn that they're learning and growing. I mean, this is still a very new thing for them. Yeah, like how some people want to be pursued and some people want rejection to stick and for them to ignore it being creepy. And I mean, that's where I get into this, like when we're talking about like fiction, erotica, that is a place to explore potentially like, bad topics. If you want a really good breakdown of this, I've plugged Folding Ideas so many times. The reason that 50 Shades of Grey came to my mind is because Dan Olson, Folding Ideas, has an amazing breakdown of this during his 50 Shades of Grey review. You do not have to have read the books or watched the movies to find the review very interesting. And I think he does a great job at breaking down this topic of like, there is a legitimate amount of like validity in this content, but it has to be handled incredibly delicately. Communication lines do get better as the series goes on in many ways. So things like this and other things are mainly a C1 thing, yeah. You're 3 away from 800. I know. It's very exciting. You cad. I think Liam told the DM about not sure about Marisha. I would hope Marisha. But it's also possible that him and Marisha have had off-table talks about their general character arcs together. And that's the thing, we have to trust that because nothing negative came out about this, it was okay. But, if Marisha comes out about it right now in 2024 and said, yeah, that was kind of fucking weird, I'm gonna dead believe her, obviously. That's one of the problems with like performative fiction like this, is that you can't always know. I agree with Kiki. Marisha ideally should have gotten a bit more agency, but I do appreciate that this scene opened the door to better handled relationship RP in the future. I hope so. Megaphone Man doesn't like this romance. Wait until he watches the other 3 that pop up. I'm not a romance guy in fiction. Not my thing. Not my jam. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. That is fucking think of that what you will. I'm not really a romance guy when it comes to fiction. From the Lovum watch party, Marisha said she had no clue, while Laura was like, Vax has been into Keyleth for a long while. Liam did ask Matt if Vax pursuing Keyleth was okay. Interesting. That's... Yeah. I would really prefer for Keyleth to have known that was going to happen beforehand. Ugh. That's a bit for me. But that again comes into like trust between the players and like trust that Marisha would have communicated if that was crossing a line, and trust that Liam would have known if that was crossing a line within their friendship. I don't know. That gets into huge speculating territory, and like, how did Marisha feel about it? It's like, I don't know. Hopefully good. I can only cross my fingers and hope. Asking to kiss someone is the most romantic thing, also very sexy. Oh yeah, words are sexy. Just in general, I love. Yeah, words are very sexy, especially when they're followed up by actions. It's basically foreshadowing. I've also had many guys say or do sexual stuff to me and then afterwards say, "Oh, I hope you're not offended." Ugh, terrible way to phrase that shit. And sometimes it doesn't bother me and sometimes it did, but ask first. I mean, not offended is a crazy thing to say after you do something potentially without consent. I want to stress that, like, in trusting relationships, like, sometimes there's, like, me and Paige have had distinct conversations about consent in our relationship for the entire time. And, like, we clarified at one point, I think, like, a year after we started having sex, we clarified, like, what did and didn't need consent anymore. Like, explicit verbal consent. And, like, that was a conversation that we needed to have because I have heard the argument of, like, like, asking for consent ruins the moment. Number one, I don't think it has to. I think it could be very sexy. Number two, yeah, you can talk about it beforehand. Like, hey, are you okay with me doing this without asking in the moment? And even if you say that, even if you do give consent that it's okay, it's always okay to say no in the moment. Consent can always change, and, like, comfort can always change. Don't rely on getting lucky that she was okay with it. Yeah, 100%. Do not rely on getting lucky. Relevant meme for the 50 Shades meme. You don't read chat on screen though, right? No, well, sometimes I do. Depends. Because sometimes I am normally, because, okay, if we want a little bit of a inside baseball, the actual show is up here. So if I were watching the show with my actual eyeballs, it would look like this the whole time, which I think would be weird. So when I'm watching the show so that my eyes are more in the right zone, I watch my stream output, which does have the chat very within my eye line. So there is legitimately that aspect to it. So spoilers can be deleted. No. It just is what it is. I also don't necessarily want the mods to, like, super insta-delete spoilers. Like, it's fine if they do, but I'm also down to just, like, have a conversation about it and, like, build it up for next time. There's enough lore here that I'm not worried about one or two things getting spoiled in order to establish what is or isn't a spoiler. Sort of like how if someone, like people have made, like, bad jokes before in the past in this chat that I thought crossed a line, and I didn't delete the chat. I directly addressed it because I wanted to engage with, like, hey, that's not cool to say in my chat. That's sort of the same way I think about spoilers. Unless Marisha said previously that romance was fine, right? Words are sexy. Every useless lesbian feeling attacked right now, sir. How dare you? Oh no! My Pokemon Go addiction is coming in clutch. Having two phones has solved both both chats now. Sanity solved. Let's go. I mean, you can also see right there. Yeah, I can't assume, but I'd like to think she'd mentioned being fine with it after previous things happening. We can't assume, but we can hope. And if evidence to the contrary comes out, we can believe that. But it's hard when you're watching, like, an entertainment piece like that. You can't know. Mega doesn't have a teleprompter for reading chat. I mean, I own a teleprompter, and I could also, like, get chat on my phone. There's a Slobs integration. But then I'd have to, like, position the phone somewhere, and that'd be weird. I just have, on Slobs, there's just, like, a big old chat bar, like, right here. I'm more worried about someone entering the stream and just blatantly spoiling major things. If that happens, that just happens. Like, and I'll just say this straight up. I always, because of how heavily engaged I am with chat, every time John has deleted something in the past, I have read it before he deleted it. Because no mod is fast enough. They just aren't. My eyes are fast. I can read faster than they can click. So, like, yeah, like, that'd be awesome, but, like, because of the way my brain is, like, that's a legitimate worry. That's very, very fair, but I don't know if there's a good solution to it, unfortunately. Yeah. Hustling comment has the opposite effect, the Streisand effect. Exactly. Just make the spoiler more noticeable. Yeah, there have been things where I read it, did not realize it was a spoiler, and then John deleted it, and I was like, oh, what? Like, there was a war criminals. So they were doing something to one of the NPCs, and someone put, like, war criminals in chat. And I was like, yeah, because of the thing that they were doing in the moment. And then John deleted the comment, and I was like, fuck, they're gonna do more? Like, it was just, like, so instant. I was like, no! So, yeah, it does Streisand it a bit, yeah. Twitch doesn't have the Nightbot, I assume, warning people to hold the line. That's true. I need to get the Nightbot integration so that the exclamation point commands work. I need to integrate that. Doesn't know anything. I mean, Nightbot will appear on this, but it won't appear in Twitch. So I do need to set that up. That's a good point. Hans is the best. Yeah, that's a tough one when someone posts a spoiler, but it requires background knowledge to even understand it's a spoiler. Exactly. I'm no not bot, but I try. Try my best not to spoil things. Thankfully, I'm lurking, which is totally cool. And I think with that, let's go into it. Critical Role watch. It's a new layout. Oh, that's a perfect. I was honestly worried about the chat size, but I think that's good. I'm here for that and could things for my setup. Yeah, I would say it's that's usually easy to do if you want to take 2 minutes to link Nightbot. Up to you though. I might off screen. Yeah. Huzzah! Haha! Change. And I'll just test something for you right now. Look at this. Membership. It gives a little ding. And it has a little guy, and boop, it gets, it sends my heads flying. Oh yes, also Doggo Cam. Dog Cam, that's over here. Oh yeah, you guys want to see my setup? Never mind, that'll be impossible to put back. Can I move the timer? I can move the timer. I mean, I can move anything on the layout. Do you mean like literally like right now or just like in general can I move it? I placed it there on purpose because I think there's rarely going to be something that like it covers up right here, Yeah, I think we're going to be fidgeting around with the layout probably for a while right now. Because I want it to look a tiny bit better. Like right now it's like very obviously, like Streamlabs placed. Or like, like manually like, oh, this is a source and this is a source. Like I want to make like nice little outlines and shit, but that's later. Dog cam. I just hope random doesn't just send in Critical Role spoilers at major events. I hope so too. It can change the feel of watching for some sections. Yeah, I hope so too. That's just sort of a risk. That's just sort of a risk we're gonna have to take, unfortunately. Timer beside chat covering up words. What words? Like the subscribers? Yeah, I mean I could do that. Put live split. Ja. Ah! Oh god. It does not like doing this live. What's up? Okay. Lock that. Is that better? I mean, what do the memberships look like now? I don't like that. Oh, I don't know about that, chat. I don't know about that timer location. What's the reason we can't have it here? Because it covers up the subscriber numbers. It blocks the subtitles. I can move the subtitles. That works. Oh, never mind. That was just full screen. Oh, I fixed it. Oh, okay. You can make your window bigger, like my window. What are we talking about? Spoiler. There's a campaign too. Under bingo, I could put it right there and then get it a little bit like that. That works. As long as, wait, let's see. Let's do a test membership. Does it still fall past? I want to make sure they're in the right order. I know that you can't really read the scrolling words. I just want to make sure that. Oh, that's fine. Oh, I'll just do that. That's totally fine. I looked away and didn't notice lol. It was covering, yes, the camera of you talking. I could. It would require a little bit of finagling, because I would have to, like, resize, like, basically every other window. So, I can make the video of me talking bigger, eventually. Yeah, I can do that. I can make Critical Role smaller. Right now, yeah, Critical Role is very big, which in retrospect, it probably doesn't need to be. So yeah, I can make that. I'll finagle that layout before next stream, because that's a good idea. I like that. Yeah, it's awesome. I pinned that, nicely pinned. Sick. All right, cool. Let's get this party started. I agree. Playback speed 1.5, and we're already at the first. The first time code, because I'm a professional. That's what you guys don't understand about me. I'm a professional.
So, with the chaos that has ensued through the battle in Anders' study in the Castle of Whitestone, the party looks about. Cassandra DeRollo recovered and pulled from seemingly the brink of death. Vax pulled seemingly from the brink of death, and Percy managing to squeak in a second kill shot on a member of his list. As the rest period kicks in, Vax stepped across the room, holding his wound to his side, admitting his affection for Keyleth, and reaching out and kissing her.
Or attempting to kiss.
Roll for contact.
Roll for tongue action.
No. So, as he breaks from the momentary unexpected embrace, you catch yourself off guard.
You know, the way you turn into animals and stuff is really cool.
I'm going to
I'm losing a lot of blood
Yeah,
right now.
are you sure you're... I leave the room.
See, our video frame rate seems bad. Uh-oh. Let me try to catch it on mine. Okay. I am looking at the stream of my stream. It seems okay. Here, I'm going to play it really quick. Paige has it up on another monitor. Let me see.
And look for trinket.
Just let me, and I cure wounds him. For.
Oh, I think that might just be you, John. It looks fine over there. Fine for me. Okay.
I'll do like a fourth level. Sorry, shut up, Sam. Yeah, I'll do like fourth level cure wounds.
Turn all the spell slots. Let's go and roll.
Folks, we don't know what we're doing. None of us know what we're doing.
I feel like in the moment I would just do it really at a shut up.
Overcome.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
What do I roll? Hang on, 1d8. Still I'm rolling 48s. I need d8s. God damn it.
Here, take
You can't have my idea.
You know what I just realized? I need to have this in... Oh my god, it's so much smaller in theater mode. Fuck. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do live split. Oh, wait. I know. No worries. I'm... Oh, wait. Maybe? Okay, as long as I literally don't click anywhere, this will be fine. And I also figured out that I can do that. No, that didn't work. Fuck. Alright, we're gonna have to see. So I can do that.
Here,
I can have your d8s.
Okay, fine. Have my
There's two of
d8s.
mine.
That's fine.
Oh,
Give me one more. Give me one more.
All right.
Okay.
Wait, spacebar just doesn't work. Oh my gosh, Paige is trying to get my attention. You can talk to me. No, Paige does not want to be heard. What are we? Why isn't your Discord link in the description? Oh my gosh, wait, I'm so confused with all this. What up, Jeb Kim? How you doing? Welcome. I'm honestly more confused by your questions. Yeah, what about the gifted? No, gifted subs does the $3.99. There's not a way to change that. So that's actually something that we discovered a few streams ago. The gifted subs is YouTube makes the gifted subs the whatever tier is the closest to $5 without being over $5, which is super weird. And so that is something I meant to tell chat, but I forgot. So yeah, there's no way for me to lower like the amount that the gifted subs are. So that kind of sucks, but what are you gonna do? Okay. I guess the me thing, I'm getting weird pixelation blurs. Oh, pixelation. I see. You might want to change the chat opacity. Yellow background makes it hard to see. I can do that. That's actually very quick. It's the bitrate. Okay. I don't think I can change the bitrate mid. Yeah. I am realizing what the problem is. I believe that it is in kilobits per second, which makes sense. I believe I had changed it to kilobytes on regular OBS Studio. I might not have. I don't know. I might just be messing it up, but hopefully, I bet if I set it lower quality on my end, it'll look better on your end. Because there won't be as many pixels changing. Okay. Yeah, we're probably just gonna have to deal with the low bit rate for this stream because I'm not gonna do it again. I'm not gonna do it again. What up, Lunacy? How you doing? Welcome. All right. Yeah, we're gonna go. We're gonna get going.
14, 18.
I'm collecting all of as many, like 3 or 4 of Vex's arrows from the ground, and getting them in my hand. And I'm waiting for, and I'm just sort of staying back from all of this and letting it happen.
Okay. Collect the arrows. Vex stepped out of the room to pursue Trinket. Trinket was pursuing Ripley. Grog, watch that happen.
No, Grog is going and ran out of the room after Ripley.
Okay, you guys both out? Okay.
We're yelling out, Ripley! Ripley!
Vex, are you all right?
Oh, we shouldn't yell. We shouldn't yell, Grog. Fuck that, I'll yell anyway.
33.
Okay. So,
Feel better.
Oh,
That's good. I'm going to now take my handful of what is now basically a switch, and I'm going to...
Holy shit, I can see the pixelation. The pixelation's crazy. Okay. Yeah. I'll fix that next stream. I mean, it's still, theoretically watchable. It'll just probably look like shit for this one. Sorry about that.
start whacking him with it really hard on the...
Audio level a little low? Can do.
Yes. Don't go into rooms by yourself, god damn it!
I kind of back into the corner about seeing this Percy kind of hurts moment.
First of all, he had a knife
You
to
count
his
to-
throat. He was going to kill her.
Thank you, but count to 10, and now I drop them and go over to my sister.
which way as you're saying this?
I was afraid she was going to die.
To be fair, he did kind of get her throat slit, but it's okay.
As you're saying this, and you turn around, you can see she's kind of sat up, and she just sees this conversation and goes, Percy.
Hi.
Percy.
I'm so sorry.
And she just gets up off the ground, runs up, and just grabs you and embraces you tightly. You can feel like all the muscles tense in her body as she just holds you with a slight shake to her body.
I'm so sorry for leaving you.
I thought you were dead. She pulls away for a second and just looks at you, and there's a coldness to her face. She's happy, but there's, even for her young age, you can see there's, lines at the corner of her eyes. She's probably been through a lot. She smiles and kind of looks up at you again, and you can see there's the white shocks in her hair, and she kind of looks up into your hair and goes, I see we've both survived quite a bit.
I wouldn't trade.
She kind of laughs to herself, and you see another kind of tear curl her eye, and then her face goes cold for a second, and she, not breaking this gaze because of the fact, you shouldn't be here. They were using me to get to you. I'm so sorry.
Are you all right? Did they do anything? Are you yourself?
She's gonna reach up and hold her neck, and I'm good. And she kind of steals herself for a second, and you even notice.
I think she's good in about the same way that Percival is good. I don't know how much I trust that she when she says she's good. I don't know.
So you see her. There's an intensity to her.
Perception check.
To
insight. I want to make sure she's not holding anything really important back.
Okay, go for it.
Insight.
Mm-hmm.
Do I get a bonus for that right now? It's a wisdom. Yeah.
No, because you were concentrating.
It's not a saving throw though.
Yeah, that's wisdom. It's not a saving throw.
That's
So,
throw. Sorry.
11.
Okay. Best you
Oh, damn it.
can tell, she seems very honest. She seems forthright. She just also, you're used to the memory of your sister being this kind of bright-eyed, cheerful, youngest of the bunch, you know, near youngest, and definitely a woman who sees the world with fresh eyes. These eyes are different. They're colder. They're hardened. In ways you're impressed. In ways you're also immediately sad to see that memory of your sister probably is no longer there.
We're putting an end to the Briarwoods tonight, before the sun sets. This is the end of them. It's all going to be over. And we're going to stop whatever it is they're doing under the city.
You say this.
Okay, now there's kind of two options here. Either he's right and the Briarwoods like aren't the final boss, because there's a lot of this arc left. If I'm purely going based off of the backgrounds, there's a lot of this arc left. So like, are we actually putting together the Briarwoods, or putting the end of the Briarwoods, or is Smokey the final boss? That is my assumption. Based on, like, you know, all of my predictions last time, I'm thinking that Smokey's the final boss. So I think Percy might be right. I think they might put an end to the Briarwoods tonight. And then the next, like, 5 episodes is a fucking hunt through the astral plane for Smokey or some shit. Derolos, we're fine. Clearly not fine. Very accurate. Also, I3. Oh! Wait, is AV issue me? I guess I did not specify. Fuck you, man. I didn't specify that was them having an audio issue. We did the subscribe. Ah! 800? Hello! What's up? Oh... Hello, Romeset1772. How does he do it? How do I do it? Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody. It feels good. Now it is like 800 feels good, 900 will feel good, but 1,000. Getting that K next to my number, ooh. That's going to be when things change in my brain. I'll tell you that. But thank you, everybody, for getting me here. I really appreciate it.
You've tried twice.
I know. This is it.
Get this stuff. You left me, you know.
I know, and I'm so sorry.
Good. Well, if we're going to do this, let's get ready.
You're going to your room.
Yes, I
Wait,
am.
this is over.
No, I'm not. I'm going to my room to get my things. To get my mother's armor.
No. I don't think that's a very good idea.
I've been fighting them for what? A few days? I've been fighting them for nearly 3 years. You have no power over me, brother. If our goals are aligned to free the city, let's do it together. But I don't have to listen to you.
God, you're irritating. Fine. Ugh.
She walks out of the room.
Percy,
She's so obnoxious. What?
you have a sister.
Oh, God, I do.
You guys charging off. Trinket's keeping trail best he can. She's run down the stairway. He is beginning to slowly gain on her. She reaches the front doors. Doesn't remember the caltrops. Jumps over them, grabs the door, opens it, and rushes out into the daylight. Go ahead and roll a perception check for Trinket.
Oh.
Oh, come on, Trinket.
Oh, he saw it happen. He's got really good vision.
Come on, Trink.
Yay!
Oh yeah, that's like 24.
Yeah, Trinket just jumps over her. The door is only slightly open, so Trinket has to kind of stop and wedge his way
Can he
through.
cannonball into her? Try to catch her?
Laura B. Wand? I think I'm gonna say, for the technically correct on the physical copy of the PHB, I have to have proof it's the PHB. She could be flipping through any old book. For as far as we know. I gotta see the cover. I think.
It's the same speed as if you dashed it, it'd be the same speed. However, it takes a moment to get through. You guys now get down the stairs. As Trinket opens the door and wedges through. Okay. I mean, there's a scent out there, but she's nowhere in visible range. She's either darted off the path or possibly off the actual roadsides. And you can see now the struggle that's happened. You can now hear in the distance the sound of yells and fighting, and there doesn't appear to be any one side or the other pushing.
I whistle. at Trinket and to get him to stop.
As you get to the landing, you whistle out, and Trinket is just now pushing through the door, and gets out for a bit, looking back and forth, looks over the shoulder, and runs back to you. It appears that Ripley has scattered the white stone somewhere.
Let me stop.
Okay.
We need to find the briar woods.
Are we meeting? I'm still upstairs. Are you going to come meet us again upstairs?
We're also
Yeah,
upstairs.
we'll get
Waiting-
Trinket and go
waiting.
back upstairs, or
Okay.
wherever they are.
I give Vax a hand.
Taking a short rest.
We're taking a short rest.
I mean, yeah.
We're waiting there. They followed her down. I'm waiting on Cassandra. So.
Yep.
I can stay down in that.
So
Come up.
Are you waiting in the study?
Yeah, waiting in the study.
Yeah, she goes off to her room. You're there for a few minutes.
We're all in
does
the
Grog
study.
show up?
We come back and say, that Ripley is very talented. She got away. Talented Dr. Ripley.
I have no doubt.
Talented
We have
Dr.
we
Ripley.
have bigger issues than Anna at this point.
Take it back.
Grog, do you have the bag of holding?
I do.
Can you scoop up what's left of Professor Anders?
Look,
What?
look,
Can I
look.
loot him first?
Yes.
I mean, just see what's on him. Can I?
Like his head bits?
Yeah, I don't.
His body.
I'll just have to assume that Talison's good at playing it because I don't have any siblings, so I can assume what it's like. I got stepsisters, but we never even lived together, so they're more like cousins. Like, they're cool, but I have no idea what the sibling dynamic is like other than observing it. Seems like he did good from what I know. I don't know. Still better than Jay's audio leveling any day. Let's go. That's a reference to the movie The Talented Mr. Ripley. Dude, would have never caught it in a million billion years. Never. I have 8 siblings. Shit. No. I was already the miracle baby. My parents tried, could not have any more. I'm just special like that. I'm just built different. G1 question mark? I didn't hear a pun. I did not hear a pun. Tell us a few siblings. Vex loots I2, the dead body. Oh my god. There's a lot going on right now. I'll do Vex loots or haggles. My siblings are like 20 years older, so I can't relate like that either. Yeah, I feel that. Mega pushed all the eggs out of the nest. Yeah, you know it. I said, I'm the one and only, baby. Taloned Ripley from the movie reference? I don't know. Why do you say movie? Now I can't make they made a book out of that movie joke? I got no idea what's happening in chat right now. I'm moving on.
Any of him? I don't want any of him sticking around.
Do we have to put him in the bag of
Yeah,
holding?
why can't we
now?
just like set him on fire? Or
Yeah,
cut his head
stuff him,
off?
stuff him in a closet or something for now.
Let's set him on fire.
Fire will do.
Is there a fireplace in the room?
There is. Throw him in the fire. Fine, we'll throw him in the fire.
Wait,
Loot him
let
first,
me
yes.
see what's on him.
Fucking really.
You make an investigation check.
We don't want him coming.
Okay, I think it's an Opera GX issue because, even just now with what I just did, it won't let me start and stop Opera GX with that. So I'm going to swap to Firefox. I had one. I was gonna try out Opera GX and see how it worked because I like Opera GX as like my daily browser. But I'm gonna go to this instead because this was working much better with the. Also, you could tell where I got the thumbnail face from. This frame right here. So we're at 2556. Let's swap to that. And goodbye. And goodbye. All right.
He's crumpled up against
point.
the desk.
Ah, much better. Sick.
In the corners, all his papers that got pushed off the side. There's a bunch of random
Very
scrawlings.
terrible,
And
24.
24? Okay. You search his body, you find 120 gold pieces on him.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot.
I just didn't get the. I just didn't get the pun. I didn't get that it was a pun. I think a pun has to be obvious, right? Maybe not. My sense of humor is the only one that's valid, though. So you did get that right.
He doesn't keep his important shit on him for the most part. You do find, however, the boots that he's wearing are very finely crafted, and unlike the rest of his wear, have kind of a hand stitching in it that is exemplary in construction and doesn't match with the rest of his ensemble. Okay. So it seems like something you wear more for function than actual style. Pardon me?
I take him.
You take him.
Take his shoes.
Okay.
Does anybody have magic Can you see what these are?
Huh?
Sure, I can look at them.
Look at these, Scanlan.
I look at them.
Is this gonna be a how does he do it moment?
Okay, if you're taking a short rest, you can take the short rest to inspect the boots, get the feel for them. They are indeed enchanted. They are a pair of boots of levitation.
Sure.
Once per day, you can trigger levitation for up to 10 minutes as per the spell. You can't actually move as
Who
part of it.
cares?
You just levitate in the air and you have to kind of push off.
Space.
Oh,
Like
that's
zero
really
G
cool.
kind of
Zero G.
Like Willy Wonka.
Oh, G boots. Oh, hell
Who
yeah.
do they fit?
They fit anyone who wishes to put them on.
They
Magical
magically-
items.
Oh,
alter
we're playing with
themselves.
that later.
Yeah.
I'll just hold on to it.
Grog for
We'll just hold
now.
on to it.
So yeah. Anything else
Can
you
we
want
all
to do
just
while you're
triumph once when we get back to Grayskull Keep?
Anything else you guys want to do while you're waiting?
Anything else in the room? Can I sniff around the room and investigate?
Yeah, go make an investigation check.
I drag
Wait.
Anders over to the fireplace.
I'll look at them.
I thought he said that he had something around his well they had this he had something around his wrist that was like more for function. Did I miss that? Or did I misinterpret that? I definitely thought that was gonna be like a fucking earring bracelet thing. Oh man. Don't forget that World Anvil sponsor space. Oh, Cabium. You mean the free space? The free space that, you know, is spelled. You're right. I did spell free incorrectly. That's the free space. I would never say this out loud without payment. So, you know, yeah. You're right. I'll take the free space. Yeah. Thank you for the reminder, Cabium. That was really cool of you. Whoa, what speed are we set at? We just went to 1.5. We were set at 1. He's talking about the boots. Oh, don't cover it. That's true. It is harder to read the word free. So, you know, we all know that it's the free space. We all know it's the free space. We're all good. I didn't hear anything about his wrist. Maybe it was just that he was like motioning to his wrist, or he was like, I don't know, fucking with his wrist. I might have just. Is the bracelet in the room with us? I totally misinterpreted that. But yeah, that's just me. Might be my bad. Wait, I wonder if I do that.
Scanlan.
Perfect.
He doesn't quite fit, so I have to kind of snap some.
27.
Okay, good. As you're looking through and kind of finding papers and ledgers and discussions of old classes untouched inside, you go through one of the bottom drawers and there's a lock to it.
Oh, let's not like that.
Vax, do you need my help to unlock it?
No, Shorty, hold on. Are there any traps in there?
And perception check.
That is, 20, yeah.
It does appear to be trapped.
Does
Does appear to be trapped?
So what do I roll to undo that? Dexterity or?
This would be a
Lockpicking?
thieves tools as well.
Thieves tools,
so
alright,
same check you can do the lockpick.
Oh, I can open it for you? Okay.
That's a natural 20, so that's untrapped.
As part of that,
shit.
you notice that
Breathe.
part of this mechanism is when it opens, if there isn't a switch underneath it held that's hidden, it will cause a poison dart to launch out in the direction of whoever's in front of it. You hold them when you find it, you open it up without an issue, and you find the spring mechanism, snap it, and remove the bolt, and little poison tip bolt can check out the
Wait,
side.
give me that. Take it.
Okay. You have a poison tip bolt.
Okay.
For a tiny little hand crossbow, essentially is what it is.
The fucking loot goblin, dude. I just like Matt's just like, oh, you take it and toss it to the side. She's like, no, we don't. Matt, are you about to waste perfectly good poison? We're not chucking it to the side. That is okay. I think Matt was adjusting his bracelet. That's fair. This is a legitimate concern, though. This is something I have run into as a DM where I just make a cool trap. Like, I don't actually worry about, like, the exact mechanics of how the trap works. And then my party's like, oh, like, how did that trap work? And, you know, I come up with something flowery in the moment. I'm like, oh, you know, it has these 2 rune stones and they sort of repel each other. And that's what made this happen. And they're like, can we take those? And I'm like, yeah? They don't work without the power source. Well, the way you described us disabling it doesn't sound like we would have hurt any sort of power source. What was it powered on? I'm like, So I have run into this many times when just trying to make a cool trap. You do not get to walk away from that. Waste not, want what. You never know, you might come across an evil entity with a hyper-specific weakness to what is essentially a poisoned toothpick. I mean, unironically, you slip that thing in a mojito glass, you're ready to go. You'd be like, oh, let me stir this for you, sir. They have 6-level spells, but please, gotta save a mini poison dart to put on the inventory list. Exactly, dude. Just imagine Vex leaping and catching the bull out of the air like a playful puppy. I do now imagine that was how it was.
So now I gotta unlock it, right?
Yeah.
Hey, 20.
Natural 20?
No, not a natural 20. But
Yeah,
because of
easy enough to unlock this. You gotta pull it open. There's a collection of letters.
Percival, come here. You're probably the best person to know what to make of these.
You glance through and inspect them, and you take the next 10 minutes or so to get the gist of these letters while Cassandra's away. Many of them talk about a slew of things that are disconcerting to you as the information hits you, and you relay this information to the group. Notes on the removal of key magical defenses during political meeting at Iman. The discussion, as in like making sure that certain individuals and safeguards that are usually made during political meetings like that were not present during that.
Evidence is what that is.
Notes on best construction methods using the mined whitestone and repairs for the manse in the ziggurat.
The manse?
What's a man?
As in a mansion.
Or a manse or a place or a home. It has many different meanings. They're warning Anders of, and there are multiple letters at different periods of time over the past few years that are warning Anders of an arrival of secret Awesom's spies.
He's a good guy.
Oh.
He's a bad guy.
There are letters talking about plotting, diverting political attention away from Whitestone to leave it a political enigma during this period of time. There are letters talking about planting information within Wildmount that would lead their investigation team to believe that Briarwoods have been found dead.
It's the whole paper trail.
And occasionally there are mentions in a lot of these letters that speak of the Undying King shall return. We are his blood.
What?
The Undying King shall return.
Smokey? So are they making a house for Smokey? My thought this whole time was that the Briarwoods and you know what? That actually kind of tracks with something that Ripley said. She said, I am not a zealot like them. And in my head, I was just thinking like, yeah, classic vampire shit. Like, they're kind of like weirdly intense. But I think she was being more literal than I gave her credit for. It sounds like maybe the Briarwoods worship Smokey? But then why would Smokey send Percival? Unless Smokey's just like blood for the blood god over here. Or maybe there's like a secret requirement to get him out that he needs like some sort of fucking sacrifice. Sacrifice. Or maybe he's just like a fucking eternal god of vengeance and revenge, and this is just what gets him off regardless of the Briarwood plot. That's interesting. Because it sounds like when they're talking about a manse, my assumption is that they are now that part of the ziggurat is making a home for Smokey once Smokey gets let out. That is what I'm tracking on. So that's kind of interesting. And also making me wonder if Smokey is going to possess any of them. I think my prediction was cool, but that I don't know. Maybe Smokey will still possess Percival, and he's like, these bones, because they said we are his blood in that. But I'm thinking that that's bullshit. I think the Derolos are his blood, and maybe the Briarwoods like injected fucking Derolo essence right into their veins. Maybe that's what they've been using Cassandra for. Maybe she's been a fucking blood bag this whole time. And that would make sense as to why they keep her alive, because why would you keep a member of the old guard alive? Especially, it seems quasi-secretly. It could be that the Briarwoods have been blood-bagging her this whole time and using her to, like, get Derolo blood. Because Smokey is somehow inexorably linked to the Derolos. And so he's still going to inhabit Percival. He's gonna be like, these bones. And the Briarwoods are gonna be like, but my lord. Like we're gonna see these like super hot, sexy vampires who are these huge, intimidating fucking forces start licking evil Percy's boots. Like, Smokey's going to inhabit him. They're going to be like, my lord, hi. And then he's going to shoot them both in the fucking face. He's going to be like, I never wanted your asses, poo pew. Like, this is my bones. These are my true form. That's now what I'm thinking. And then there's still going to be evil Percy fight. And I'm going to keep my prediction purely based on how many episodes there are left in this arc, that we are still going to get a fight through the pocket dimension, through the ziggurat. But I think the Briarwoods are actually going to go out like chumps. That is my new prediction. The Briarwoods get fucking just one-shot by Smokey, by Percy-possessed Smokey, or Smokey-possessed Percy. Just bow, done. New prediction. That's crazy, though. Emily Axford turned a door breach into a nuke against a boss during one of the D20s thanks to a dummy and a good toss. Oh my god, dude. Sometimes equipment can be incredibly useful and vital if you're a clever player. It's why there are so many cantrips that are notoriously amazing if used well. Cough, cough, minor illusion. But that shit's hard to do. Emily Axford is the MacGyver of D&D. Lol. They probably don't need to make a home anymore. The housing market in Whitestone did really collapse. True. Of course, they're going to be hot and sexy vampires. Do you think we're going to have unhot and unsexy vampires? No, I'm just saying that the hot and sexy vampires are going out like fucking chumps. That's what I think. I thought it was going to be this big fucking battle of like, don't you get our fucking Smokey? But my new prediction is that it's gonna be like, it's a tropey thing of like, you know, the cult summons the god, and they're like, ooh, forgotten abyssal dark lord that we could never hope to understand your mind. We love you. And it's like, blah, 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 brains. I think that's gonna essentially be the scene, is that the Briarwoods have spent all this time, these resources, they're basically not adult lives, but the last like 10 years doing this, and he's going to insta-betray them. He is going to reward their service with a bullet. I've got a bullet for you, a la scumbag dad. No such thing as a not hot vampire. That's true. It's part of the disease. Ever seen Nosferatu? No. Yes, had sexy voice. Hot and sexy, but lacking in combat skills. Coded through vampire training on their good looks. Coasted through, yeah, exactly. I don't even think they're going to put up a fight. That's what I'm saying. I think they're going to be like, my lord, what are you doing? And then he's boo, done. And I think they just fucking fall. I don't even think they try to fight back. That's what I'm saying.
Where did you get
We
Jarl
are his
from?
blood.
Oh, we
We
are.
undying.
Jarl.
Yes.
Undying king.
Shall return.
We are his blood. And then it says,
Which is what he
and then it
said.
says Jarl.
Jarl.
The letters
Maybe he was
aren't
dictating.
signed.
Okay.
Uh,
Are they all of the same hand?
they are all the same handwriting.
I'm still shaking.
In the cluster, there is one
Whoa.
completely unrelated letter that just talks about
Fucking also, why do people leave paper trails like this? This is a classic, like, trope. I don't even want to say fantasy trope. This is an everything trope of, like, leaving all of these incriminating letters. And, like, okay, it'd be one thing if they had details in them that you would need to reference later. But, like, why do you, when you get word about Assume's spies, why do you not burn that immediately? Why do you not read that, maybe, on a separate piece of paper, just write down the name, and maybe dash spy? But, like, why keep the entire letter? Why keep a letter about disabling the defenses in Amon? Fuck, keep that letter around until you actually have the meeting, and then fucking just throw it in the garbage. Why are you just keeping this around, even in a locked box? I don't get it. I do not understand. Because, again, not a Matt thing. This is like a trope pet peeve of mine. It's one of my least favorite tropes of like, wow, we found this entirely incriminating paper trail that details all of this person's crimes, and they kept for no discernible reason. I hate it. I don't know. I got nothing interesting to say about it. Just crazy, man. If the party can keep the poison toothpick, the bad guys can obsessively keep incriminating evidence. Those aren't even close to the same thing. People really love writing notes. I mean, true, I get it, but I don't know why. Like, I get it from a Doyleist perspective of like, hey, here's the clue, here's the thing, but like, I cannot embody that mindset. Big talk, Mega, but show us your browser history. I clear it out once every 10 days, and I don't even do anything weird. That is my mindset. My man. I'm still not showing it to you because there's probably doxable shit in it, but nothing weird. Considering War Thunder players cannot seem to help leaking secret government documents. Oh my god. I mean, we're not going to go into the details of my work, but like, there is literally an entire divisions and regulations within the government about record retention. Like, and to combat exactly this sort of bullshit. Like, only keeping shit that you need to, and like, if it has anything fucking incriminating on it, it gets a little bit more than one locked box. I'll give you that for free. I don't know, man. I do not know. Something you could say about it would be suggesting alternatives. Fucking throw it in a fire. That's the alternative. Why keep it? Also, I don't know why I'm not getting all of the YouTube chats. Dude, people in real life conspire over Facebook Messenger? Yeah, fucking imbeciles. Dude, maybe that is the thing. Maybe I'm just making fun of stupid people. But it is so hard, and maybe that's what I'll say. It is hard for me to respect you as like a wise, intelligent, fucking villain if you do this sort of shit. If you want to characterize him as a bumbling fool, yeah, keep a paper trail. I don't know, bro. I had a coworker who wrote notes all the time in hieratic. I don't even know what the fuck that is, so that sounds fine. And you know what? If these were all coded, that's a step towards me accepting it. If it's all coded, like, maybe we're okay. I don't know. I feel like Anders was just a traitor to his masters. Don't know if that changed when the Briarwoods got in charge. I mean, that is very fair. He might, and you know what? A Story Whispered, let's talk about, like, a favorable viewing of this that may or may not come up. Fucking maybe Anders was planning on selling out the Briarwoods at one point. Maybe that's why him and, what's-her-face, Ripley could telepathically talk, is they set up this thing. Maybe they were both gonna bounce, because neither one of them were into what the Briarwoods were doing. It's very possible that he was keeping that paper trail around specifically to implicate the Briarwoods. But that's, like, kind of the only option. Either he's a dumbass, or he was potentially going to double-cross them. Very possible, though. I will like, fully accept that explanation. IRL, people leave dumb paper trails all the time, and I can't understand why. Maybe that's the thing, man. Maybe this isn't a fucking fiction thing that I'm upset about. Maybe this is just a human thing that I'm upset about. I thought you were going to say there were whole divisions specifically for War Thunder. That is not what I was going to say. No. Okay, side topic, but is that dog cam or is that new and I'm just unobservant? No, that is dog cam. It is brand new. Welcome to the party. Most criminals are stupid. Like, but he's not even a maybe. Yeah. High int, low whiz, smart criminals don't get caught. Yeah, I guess smart criminals don't, like, get murdered. I don't know, man. Communications need to be removed via communication guidelines, otherwise expungent is spoliation. Oh my god, that was a lot of words. No. Okay, this is very weird. I can either have the YouTube comments or the Twitch comments in my chat. I wish I could. Is there a way to... No, there's not. All right, that's fine. Yeah, don't worry about it. All good. Lol, no, I mean for the DM to reveal something like this. Like to reveal this sort of evidence. I mean, you could include a paper about how he was potentially conspiring with someone to double-cross the Briarwoods, and then that makes all of him keeping this all make sense. You could just hide it behind more security. Like, this was hidden behind a single fucking lock. Let's get a little bit more secure with it. Come on, people. You could also have it be something that they have to break out of them. You could have it be hidden behind a code. Like someone just said, like, I had a coworker who fucking coded it in Hieratic. Code your shit. So yeah, this is in a locked box, but it's also in a different language. It's in Elven, maybe. Something common enough that one of the party probably has it, makes them feel a little cool. And then not only is it in Elven, it is also in a code that maybe they can code break with a high enough check, but maybe a decoding key is hidden somewhere in the room. Somewhere that obviously the inhabitant would know. Maybe it's something like super obvious in retrospect, but it's not obvious when you first walk in that it is a code. Like maybe there's a clock in the room that maybe got damaged during the fight and so is still, but maybe it was always still. So it's like a big grandfather clock that ticks, but the hands don't move, and the hands are both pointing to different numbers that are the numbers for a shift cipher. Shit like that. That's how you... If you want to have a character keeping a paper trail like this, just make it harder to get to, is what I would say. Anyone playing War Thunder is a security risk? Exactly, I agree. I made the mistake of redacting a government document for my players so that they could decode it and feel some type of way about the government, but it was too obtuse and they couldn't engage with it at all. And that is, I mean, what we're talking about here, the thing that I just gave you is a puzzle, and you need to think about giving them like 3 clues, like 3 ways to engage with this. So maybe decoding the code is potentially just an intelligence check. There's a very obvious, or not very obvious, but there's maybe like a vague clue to how to solve it. Like maybe Matt gives them that it is a standard cipher of some kind. And then there's also like the clue in the room. Like I always work on rule of 3s. And I try to make like some of it hidden behind a check, some of it given to them but very obtuse, and then some of it hidden where they just have to look for it. TYTY, I felt like that would be good productive content for the stream. I mean, true, Ed Turdmons. Yeah, that's fair enough. Let's see. Going back to YouTube. Anders felt safe. He never expected that stuff to be found. Potentially. I mean, I guess it is in the middle of the castle, and Whitestone's very far away. This could be... That is a third interpretation, is that this is a commentary on just how safe he felt. I would say with, like, a prisoner and, like, a confirmed uprising, and you know that spies are incoming, that is not just a level of comfort. That is a level of willful ignorance that you think that no one can espionage their way into your compound and get through one lock. Or, let's be real, not even get through one lock, not just smash open your fucking desk. Like, we want to talk about another way that this could have been gotten to. Grog takes his fucking hammer and smashes it to bits. Trap doesn't matter then. So... But I mean, there's a commentary like maybe this is supposed to indicate a level of comfort on his side, but I would say it's still, even if we're indicating comfort, there's still a level of idiocy there. If he was going to double cross, wouldn't he have done a wait, we can work together? Yeah, potentially. Which does make that seem a little bit less likely. A trapped lock, well, not just a lock, don't disrespect the poison twig. The poison twig, unless it is an insta-kill poison, that's not a real security measure. Like, that is a trap. That is not an obstacle. That is a deterrent. So that is what I would classify, if in, like, my map-making shit, that is what I would classify as, like, part of a challenging path of, like, dodging these fucking things, not an obstacle. Because, like, yeah, you just trigger the trap, you get shot. Oh no, I'm poisoned. I'm gonna now pick the lock. It doesn't actually stop you from picking the lock. You know what I'm saying? Isn't there a feat that involves codes and breaking them? Yes. Linguist. Exactly. So, yeah, like, presenting this as a code actually makes that a worthwhile feat to take. Crazy. Yeah, that's why there's a linguist feat. Exactly. Ripley was smart enough to work with Percy. Anders wasn't. Yeah, and that is, like, kind of my interpretation is, oh, Anders is just a fucking dumbass? Like, that's fine. If that is the characterization you want to give off as a DM, some people are dumbasses. So, like, that's cool. Ripley tried burning all her notes, and she's currently not dead and away from the party. Anders did not do that. Yeah, and that is why Ripley doesn't have a bullet in her head. They didn't fucking need Anders because he kept a goddamn paper trail. Yeah. So, like, if that's what Matt's going for, very nice. I also consider Anders to be arrogant enough to leave notes thinking they won't be found. That could just be my interpretation. Deadly, I think that's a valid interpretation. And let me be clear. What I'm saying right now isn't inherently a criticism. If Matt wanted to give off the impression that int is Anders' dump stat, he's a bard. Like, okay, that's fine. If he's dumb as shit, that's a characterization of him. I didn't get that before this, but that is what this is telling me. So that's a good thing to think about, is it's like even the way that they like set traps, hide their documents, cover their tracks, all of that goes to characterizing your NPCs. And I feel like Anders was really arrogant and thought very highly of himself. Yeah. Is this our first plus 10-minute aside? It's the first one this stream. But yeah, last stream we had plenty. Anders was a believer. He was saying some stuff at the end. Ripley is a woman of science. Yeah. They're like wizards, all full of intellectual hubris. That's true. High int, low whiz. And I bet we all know a teacher like that. I wonder if he was supposed to give some of this info in another way, but because they killed him, he found another not great way? Potentially. This could be Matt trying to fill in some blanks in like a rushed moment. This feels a little too purposeful to me. It doesn't feel like improv, but it totally could be. This could very well be an improv on Matt's part. I think he dumped Wiz, yeah. She is also very talented, yeah. So, I mean, this does really contrast Anders and, not Anders. Anders is the actual name, Anders. This does contrast Anders and Ripley extremely well. So, if that's what he's going for, like, yeah, well done on that. But, I don't know.
Business ledgers and construction of the bridge. It appears to be a simple discussion on the future plans to construct the bridge.
Is that in the same hand?
It is in the same handwriting.
And is it signed?
It is signed a Lord Riskel Daxio.
Oh, who? Axio?
Lord Riskel Daxio.
Oh, wait,
I know him.
Yep.
Who is he?
It's part of the Council of Tal'Dorei.
Oh, motherfucker!
He's our fucking spy!
He's technically also the one that helped designate the construction of your keep. He handles a lot of the construction
That's right.
stuff.
Oh no!
He built our keep.
He's a construction guy. He's like a head builder.
He could have spy. He could be spying
What
on
is
us.
his name? Riskel what?
He is spying on us on the keys.
That's probably how they got
He could have a secret entrance to our keep that he built and didn't tell us.
Holy
As soon as we see that, I go down on the crouch and I shit scry on our keep to see if it's still there.
Oh, yeah! And I put an elemental there. It's babysitting.
Yes, you did. That lasted
So
for
30 days.
30 days. Glancing within the kitchen, there doesn't appear to be much that catches your attention.
Shat in the kitchen?
I
Yeah.
put a mound of shit in a jar in the kitchen and I told him don't clean it up.
Like you
You
do.
know,
Like you do.
Thursdays.
I've got Enders in the fireplace, and I
Is it Thursday yet?
Fire brand Warhammer with the magic word bacon, and I hit it and set it on fire.
There's already fire in the
There's
fireplace.
fire
You
going.
just stoke it a little further, and pretty soon the delicious scent of burning human flesh fills the room.
Bacon.
Yeah, bacon. Did you know that was
Makes
what the word
sense.
was?
So everything's fine at the keep.
Bacon makes
At the,
everything magic.
That's nice.
At the time. Okay.
At least there's nothing on fire. There's no screams. There's no movement. It just seems like the cold kitchen is untouched.
So I'm trying to figure out. I want to
Nice,
think.
my shit saw no movement.
Good to know. Good to know, Simon.
You've squeezed all you're going to be able to get out of that.
Percy,
Nice one.
can we get into the underground caverns from here?
Can I think of a way? I mean, like, I'm assuming that I would know the way to where this might be.
As you have this conversation, a voice from the doorway rings out. I can take you. And you look over and it's
Well, and you know, Elizabeth, like that is something that I've gotten on Matt about before of like hiding things that the players would know. Like, this guy is someone that not only is very notable, and I think their characters would obviously remember, but they've directly interacted with him before. So yeah, I appreciate Matt just saying, like, yep, this is who he is. Like, that is exactly what I think he should do in that, because, like, I know that he likes to sometimes hold off to make note takers like Marisha, like, you know, beef them a little bit up, make them feel like their note taking has a lot of value. But also in this case, like, that guy, I think, is so high profile that they may have not even taken a note over it. Because, like, yeah, he's part of the fucking council. So I do really appreciate that Matt just gave it to them. Squeezed all you could of that out of that squeezed all you could out of that G1 pun. Oh, yeah, no, you're right. Finally, someone is right. It's never happened before, not in my stream. No, that's fair. That's a groan, not a laugh. Oh, that's true. People did laugh. They didn't groan. Oh, you were so close, Slow Drowned. You were so close.
Cassandra.
She's gonna take us.
Is that your sister?
Apparently.
She's currently now dressed in
Jesus.
armor you've seen as ornamental before. It was armor that your mother trained in when she was young, but was unused for a long time. It seems to be serviceable, though, like it's been updated and such. She has worn, she kind of slides a short sword into a sheath at her side, and her hair is pulled back and tied off, and she kind of looks at the rest of the room. So, are you ready?
Let me see your neck.
She steps up and lifts her chin up towards you.
By the way, this is Grog.
I'm gonna.
Oh, wait, I just realized. Bro, if she was gonna have been bitten, she would have been bitten 10 years ago. Like, let's not mince words here, or however long ago the Briarwoods came. Like, if they were going to turn her, she would not be human right now. And those would have long since healed. And Lady Briarwood's a magic user. You can fucking reshape some skin. You can cover up some bites. Fuck, she could wear some makeup. I mean, to be fair, maybe that is what Matt's going to say. Maybe she is just covering it up with makeup. And maybe that is something that could be percepted. I won't leave that off the table. That's very possible.
Pleased to meet you.
These are my friends, by the way.
Do I see anything on the neck?
No, next thing's fine. There's no signs of any puncture wounds.
It's a 15.
Yep. She seems as determined as the rest of you.
All right.
Lead the way, sister.
She turns around and she begins walking back in the hallway.
Can we expect any more traps that you're aware of?
I'm aware of no, but I'm certain that there may be. They know you're coming, it seems. So be wary, be careful. I'll take you to the Undercroft.
Can we just do a short rest here?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Hey, Percival. Any chance you can load up one of Ripley's guns for me?
I don't know if it will actually... I would have to probably train you on how to use it.
Really? I've seen you use it. You just pull your finger on the finger part, and the big boom part goes out.
It's a little more complicated than that, actually.
You have to point it at the thing you want to be boomed.
I mean, he could use it. He just wouldn't be able to add his proficiency bonus to the attack rolls.
I'll load one for you, and so I'll give him her boomstick. And
Okay. You take it, you inspect it as you guys are walking along.
just making sure it functions, too. And
It seems pretty functional. It's well constructed. It's sleek. It's not very like your pepper box has a bit of flair to its design, as is your background. Hers is just streamlined, simple, much like the decor of her room when you saw it. Like she doesn't mess with anything fancy or unnecessary. The ammunition she does have are made specific to size to her pistol. They would not function for the pepper box, unfortunately. They only work for the pistol, and it is.
I'm doing okay.
It does act.
Not doing great, but I'm doing okay.
Yeah, it does act as a pistol for a full rules wise, which are in your sheet there. So yes, you have.
Do you want it? Just in case yours misfires?
I'll steal it back from him if I need, but it should be fine. It's.
I'd like to make an athletics check. Or athletics. See if I can spin it around and put it in my pocket.
Wait, where did you
That
get
would
it?
be a dexterity
I had it
check.
Okay, I'll do that.
No, you have it.
Give it to me.
Give it to him.
Careful,
spin it?
Ralphie. Put your eye out.
All right, go and roll dexterity. Roll d20. Add your dexterity modifier.
Don't roll a 1.
This is literally how she lost her hand.
Wait, what's this? Why does it say +4?
This music is awful as
Yeah.
you're checking.
Take the violins playing.
Well, it's 0, but it said there's a big +4 next to it for some reason.
Temporary.
I don't know. It's 0.
Well,
Okay,
it's, I was 14.
Okay. You and managed to get it in there. Thankfully, it's not loaded because you feel the trigger go off.
Oh!
But there wasn't a bullet loaded, so it's like.
Oh, we took all the ammunition.
Okay, now give me a bullet.
Maybe don't.
I hand him the ammunition. I load 4 of them.
You're
Giving him a
I'm a big boy. Well, I'm a little boy, but I'm a little
If
big
something
boy.
goes
I
horribly
would like to roll
wrong,
past Scanlan and grab it
Drop
off his
it.
hand.
I will
I'm gonna
prevent
get
him from
Cassandra.
doing that.
Okay.
You guys are fighting over a loaded
Sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand.
Athletics check.
Son of...
You go first.
Is this a skill check?
Yeah, I got that.
17.
Shut up, 27.
As you go to be, no, what do you? It's already gone. You don't even know where it went. You didn't see him take it. You just all of a sudden see it in his hand as he walks past.
And I walk over to Cassandra. I don't give her the gun. I just say, you are Cassandra.
Yes.
I was at the door. He had a knife to your throat. He wanted you to say something to us. What did he want you to say?
He wanted me to shout for help. He wanted me to draw you in.
Can I insight check her to see if she's telling the truth?
Yeah.
You've been living here. How did it come that he had a blade to your throat today? How did it all unravel? Have you been living here?
24.
24? She's telling the truth.
Okay. That's good.
Well, after the arrows felled me, I guess I should start from the beginning. And she's walking along with you guys. She's leading you down the stairs and down to the bottom floor. And she's kind of still, she doesn't look to you. She's still looking ahead, very kind of intent.
I take that pistol back from you.
After the arrows felled me, I recovered. Father Rhino found me and brought me from the brink out to the Temple of Pello outside of town. Things hadn't fallen quite that far back then, and we had more people in the city. At the time, the Briarwood rule was fresh, and folks were eager to speak out against what they've wrought on the city, the fall of the Dorollos. We still thought they had fallen to plague, and just through some unfortunate political business, they had come to power, but we began to question. I knew better. I told the truth once I recovered, and we began to build our first rebellion. For 2 years, we built up a resistance before we made our first move. They seemed to know exactly what we were plotting. They cut us off at every end. Couldn't see who it was that was giving up our information, but I knew I was close. Before I had the opportunity, I was helming a group that was traveling to utilize the escape route that I took you through when they first attacked. And it was just after dusk, and Lord Briarwood was there waiting for us. In the forest. They slaughtered most of the men, but he recognized my face from the dinner we had. The night they took the castle. They did not harm me. Strangely. They treated me like a guest against my will in my own house. I seemed to ascertain that they knew in keeping me there and having a member of the house within their grasp, they could use that as leverage. I don't know. Now, Silas, he had his charms, and there were many that worked beneath him against their own will. They did not work on me. My hatred was too strong. So instead they tried to provide me with both. Power, in Whitestone. I just took to reading and ignoring it all. I don't know why they kept me around. But I wasn't going to question it if it gave me a chance to possibly undermine them. And she kind of grabs the side of her sword as you guys have now reached down a long hallway towards the back of the castle. You know the direction she's taking you that leads to the cellar, which leads to the
She was gonna be the Avatar. I think that the Briarwoods know. Or maybe... Because they said that they're his blood. I feel like... Okay. New read. The Briarwoods maybe haven't been blood bagging her. Maybe they have. But I think that maybe they just need a Dorolo. That could be possible. And that maybe that's why Smokey has been attracting Percy here the whole time, is that they need a Dorolo to like sacrifice to like, you know, activate the ziggurat. That's possible. And maybe Smokey has been calling Percy here this whole time, maybe as an insurance policy. But then why would Anders have fucking, you know? Because maybe he's a fucking dumbass. I don't know. Also, this is not an 04 moment. Mega is not Sam in this case. A lot of my family really like guns. I got good trigger discipline. I'm not super into them, but used them many, many times. Mega is not Sam. But, that's, the more answers you get, the more questions arise. They really do. Of like, yeah, they're just keeping her around. She doesn't know why. I kind of believe her that she doesn't know why. Maybe she just thinks that she's been resisting the charm. So like, maybe that's why when they insight check her, she's good. Maybe it's like a fucking sleeper agent, right? They fucking read the list of code words and Bucky Barnes fucking snaps to attention. She's gonna become the Winter Soldier on them. That might be it. They might have been fucking incepting her, making her their little sleeper agent. Maybe She's the fucking rat! She was like, oh, I don't know who gave up our information, but Silas was there waiting. And she's saying, oh, his charms work on people, but they didn't work on me. That you fucking know of, Cassandra? That's my read. That's my read, is that she's a sleeper agent. She doesn't know it. And that they're going to get down there, and they're going to be like, Agent 75, blue, 7, water, big fish. And she's gonna fucking activate like a Gundam. There is a Gundam down there, and you guys were just fucking with me. The Gundam is Cassandra. It's just that easy. It's just that easy for me. That's what you guys don't understand. Percy's having an emotion. Percy does appear to be having an emotion. I have never seen such a face of emotion. Today in Matt, that's fucked up. We have Cassandra's story. True. Oh, wait, the multi-stream chat is working now? I don't fucking know what's going on. How does he do it? Easily. That's what you guys don't fucking understand. It's not even hard for me. I'm a predictive genius. I'm a divination wizard. I've been lying to you this whole time about being a warlock main. It's all divination up here, baby. That's just it. That's it. Longing, Rusted, 17. Yeah, that one. Winter Soldier, Gundam, Chosen Rolo, and Humble. Oh, that has never been said about me. I'm gonna tell you that. If Sam's lack of humbleness comes up, that is a mega is Sam. No one has called me humble in a long time.
Aircraft and lead a roll a mausoleum. 3 years of reading in that library. Father's library. Strategy. Tactics. Old lines of information, as well as the myth and history of Whitestone. I found allies within the castle. I contacted Yenin.
I'm sorry, huh? I'm sorry. You just randomly picked up a love of tactics and combat, you say? Purely of your own volition, I'm sure. Your own free will just gave you this weird attraction towards Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I'm sure. I'm sure. A thing that you'll probably never use. You just wanted to know. You just wanted to check on it. You just wanted to see. And the myths of Castle Whitestone? I'm sorry, did I hear that correctly?
Whitestone. Tactics.
Old lines of
information, as well as the myth and history of Whitestone.
The myth and history of Whitestone, you say? Maybe myths containing, say, the design of a certain ziggurat? Maybe you're a little bit of a research assistant for your captors? Might you say, Cassandra? If, I think you mean when. Exactly. Almost like revenge is a motivator. A love for blood-sucking, certainly. Look, revenge is a motivator. But to look up the myths and history of Whitestone? Fuck are we doing there with revenge? I'll take that revenge is a motivator for learning Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I'll take that. But the myths and legends? Knowing about... She's gonna... Fucking hard read right now. Hard prediction. She's gonna drop Smokey's name. She's going to drop Smokey's real name. In passing. She's gonna be like, the Ziggurat 4, blah, blah, blah. And they're gonna be like, who? And Percy's gonna fucking faint. Percy's gonna fall, gonna be knocked to the floor. He's gonna stumble. And they're gonna be like, Percy, what's wrong? And he's gonna be like, I know that name. Sister? End of session. I don't know if that's the end of this session. Probably. That's my prediction for the end of this session. She drops Smokey's real ass name. The fucking name of power. Whatever. Percy's like, I know that name. It's the name of vengeance. Dun, 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 dun. And it's like, how does she know? That's how she fucking knows. We need Sherlock Holmes hat for when Maggie goes off Charlie Day style. I could get one of those. Cobra guy. Maybe a beret for theory time? I could do beret for theory time. That's fair. I like that. Make the stream extra impenetrable for new people. Wow, don't really need spoilers pitting. He knows it all. That's just what I'm saying, dude. That's just what I'm saying. How do he be doing it?
Stone. Found allies within the castle.
Did you now?
Contacted Yenin.
The Briarwoods.
Who helped me build the first rebellion.
I'm sorry. Who'd you contact? You can't fuck with me on this. You can't fuck with me. Who'd you contact? You contacted Keeper Yenin? The most suspicious looking ass I've ever seen, dude? And that's who put you in contact with Archibald? Let me guess. Yenin's the one that facilitates getting all of your messages out of the castle. That's crazy. And let me guess again. All of Archibald's messages go through Yenin, just to make sure that you don't say anything quite too incriminating. He's her fucking handler. He's not just a collaborator, he's Cassandra's handler. They're going to run into Yenin at the ziggurat. And they're going to be like, Yenin, you're supposed to be fighting at the gate. And he's going to be like, blue, 7, water, dolphin. And she's... Cassandra, activated. It's just that easy. It's just, when I just keep getting my theories confirmed over and over again, I don't even know how you guys handle it. Yenin is more or less suspicious than Kima? Honestly, less. I'm gonna be real. My Kima theory, like, okay, some of this is just shit I think would be cool, and maybe I more or less believe will actually happen. I honestly thought that Kima was going to be revealed to be Kavard. That was 100% my real ass belief. And so, like, yeah, Yenin's still less suspicious than that. Although he's approaching it, I'll be real. He is approaching it. And honestly, there's also the fact that, like, a less large reveal is pinned on Yenin. But we'll see. 10 minutes behind, catching up. Weirdest thing about them checking Cassandra for vampire bites is that Vax was bitten. That's true, G. Hercum. That's very accurate. I totally forgot about that. Can't wait for Cassandra to pilot the Gundam, you know. I would expect her to have bites given how long she's lived with Salas. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm fucking saying. It's like, it's honestly kinda weirder that she doesn't have bites. Like, it's much more obvious that they are keeping her around for some other nefarious purpose. Especially if they were trying to get her on their side, right? Like, yeah.
Archibald still lives, Percy. He's been completely necessary in what we've built here. She kind of looks under her armor as you guys reach the edge of the cellar, and she pulls the door open quietly. And there's wooden stairs that lead down into the cellar. Taps her armor. There's my mother's. It's good to know I'm not the only tomboy in the bloodline. Kind of brushes the hair out of her face, and kind of, for the first time, really looks at you with a smile since she first saw you.
Can we do one thing before we go down into the cellar? This is the best day of my life. And I can't help but be suspicious.
As you should
I
be.
completely understand.
Is there any way to check if she's being controlled?
Not right now.
Same thing.
Can we put your helmet on her?
The only thing you really have seen work is the Greater Restoration spell you cast on.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. She's not charmed. That's Matt's devious little fucking ploy here, is that she's not magically charmed. She's just good old-fashioned fucking incepted. she's been CIA fucking black site tortured over these years. It's not a charm. It's fucking like real ass mind control. That's the dirty little secret here. Is he's gonna make them waste a spell slot on fuck all. Clearly, he's biting her tongue. Timer. Oh yeah, shit. Yeah, you're right. Just go.
Secret awesome when you guys were in the Council of Taldore.
Yeah, the hotkey for the timer. Shit. The hotkey for the timer isn't quite as good when it's not in full screen. So eventually, I'm gonna retransform. Maybe I'll just do this. I'll just do this because this makes the timer way easier to use to keep it in theater mode. Because normally to reactivate like my timer, I click back right here and then I can play and pause easily. So I'm just gonna do that.
Move. Any sort of trauma effects? That's what you're asking about.
We don't have that. I didn't learn it. Not for today. Kind of thought Pike's magic would hold up.
I could try and jog her memory.
Pike.
What can I do to make you trust me?
Punch her in the face?
Yeah.
I do trust you, that's the problem.
Just gonna smile a bit. Whatever you need.
Nothing.
I've got nothing.
Do you want to have any creative means in which they want to check?
What would happen if we put your helmet on her?
She's already controlled.
This would disrupt it, maybe.
We might disrupt it.
Try it. Doesn't hurt to put a hat on.
It has to be attuned over a short rest.
It does.
Does the hat need to be attuned over a short rest?
In theory.
I want to suggest something to you. That we rest here for half hour. And I give this to you. This came from a very strange creature. It will help you resist any control, if there is any control. And one of us, you can even choose, could strike you and try to take you out of it. And if you're not being controlled, then you're being struck across the face, and I'm sorry for that. But if you are, there's a possibility we'd pull you out. And I know that would hurt, but it would go a long way to earn our trust.
If that's what it takes. Huh. And she takes it from your hand and inspects it for a second. Surely craftsmanship. Places it on her head, and it's a little big at first, and kind of conforms a little bit to her head.
Your choice.
She sits down a couple steps deep into the cellar, kind of curls around a corner, ushers you all over to follow her into the shadow.
Can I see before we leave? Are we near any windows?
From this location, no.
Okay.
And all windows.
All right, I was trying to take this off without pausing, but I'm just gonna pause so I can take my headphone out. Can't turn the heat off. It's hot here. It's like 72. Well, that's what that's. Sorry, I was also talking about. I just realized our heater fan was at 72. I think one of the dog tails whapped it and turned it up. Whew, I am warm. I hope Clarota didn't have lice and other people's brains and Clarota's brains. She's just like Clarota. She even has the metal bald cap. Yeah, dog camera is not going to be the most reliable. It is working through USB-C, GoPro, webcam stuff. So it is going to be a more unreliable cam than mine. But, you know, it's there when it works. All right, anyways.
The would-be here would face out into the north side of Whitestone, which is forest.
Backyard. All right.
Yeah, you guys are on the north side of the castle now, so the city's south of you. So you take a moment and sit. And while you guys are waiting, she kind of like takes a moment. She's ingesting it and feeling it and checking her hands. And like, I don't feel any different. While we wait.
What if the little one struck you?
Struck her?
Give it some time.
A wry grin. Whichever you choose.
I could try to tell if she's evil or not. Would that help?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. I don't think she's
Actually-
evil, but she could be a puppet.
can I try this? It's a long shot. Actually, I think our Fey ancestry from being half-elves. We're immune to charm effects.
Well, we're
Or we have resistance.
yeah, we have
Resistance to it.
Advantage against saves.
Resistant.
Since we kind of have that, can we use our Fey ancestry to, the three of us, tap into her and see if we can detect a charm?
Your resistance does give you a tune to it, and unfortunately, it's just a natural ability that's inherent. Her being human, there's not a way to really correlate with that. I mean, you've read over a few times, given a few insight checks, and you've given me this example.
Wait, it was Greater Restoration?
Yeah.
You have that?
I have a potion. This should solve all of our problems.
Or you could save that for when one of us becomes a vampire.
No, it'll be. And I'm pulling out a potion bottle. It's as if you are controlled. This could fix it.
She puts her hand out, her like leather glove pulled over it now. You've never seen her quite militant before, and it's a really interesting visual to you.
I look at her.
And she drinks the potion, whole thing down, takes off.
That was actually a minor healing potion. I was just seeing if you did it intentionally.
She gives a wry grin and kind of wipes her mouth. But I recognize that terrible earthy taste. Tosses the crystal decanter to you.
Lol.
You always were the clever one.
I figured it was worth a shot.
Yeah.
That's all.
Great.
That's what we're gonna do.
Am I supposed to punch her in the face now?
No.
She'll show
Stick
it.
this thing.
I'll take it back, yeah.
She hands it back to you.
All right.
Don't you have to tune
You see
into it?
I mean, that does probably confirm that she is not being explicitly controlled. That was clever. I like that. He's kind of got a little bit of a noggin on him. That was good. Yeah, very good play by Taliesin. I don't think it's gonna fucking matter because she's a sleeper agent, but it was a good play. That was a very, very good idea.
There's a fascination she has with her armor, and she's kind of. I have not been able to wear this before. It feels good to have something close to mother.
It's been a long time.
Simon repaired it for me when he was working here.
Simon.
I haven't seen him in a while. I'm worried.
That's the name of my belt as well.
Let's go down and take care of this. Cass?
She leads you down through the
Hang
cellar.
on, before we enter, it's safe to assume they know we're coming, correct?
If they're there.
Yeah.
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 Better safe than sorry.
So,
Can I ask Cassandra if...
I guess that's it.
Just ask her anything you like.
I don't know.
Are they down? Are the Briarwoods going to be down there? Are they here?
She goes, I have no confirmation of them, but they spend most of their time down here, preparing for something.
And have you ever been down here?
I'm not allowed down here by their orders, but I've snuck down a few times out of curiosity. I've only gotten so far before I had to return, but I've made it through the Undercroft, through most of the tunnels, and I've gotten to the distillery. And that's about as far as I've gotten. But I follow them down here, and they usually come with a group of guards. 4 or 5 strong.
Are there sentries? Can we expect to find traps, lookouts?
It's definitely a possibility, so move quietly, be careful.
What is Lady Briarwood?
What is Lady Briarwood? She's a wicked beast of a creature is what she is. I'd use less savory words, but my brother's here.
It's the first time for everything, I suppose.
As she kind of leads you guys in down the stairs further in the garage, she goes, she's not like her husband, that I know. And as far as I can tell, she's human. But she has a very powerful control over life and death. She's a practitioner of the arcane, most definitely, but her focus seems to be necromancy on a wide scale. And while Delilah and Silas are men in life, they speak of another.
They speak of another?
The guy that they're trying to bring back.
It's of a third party
Oh,
completes
this
the
is the
union.
king that will rise again?
They don't say any names. They refer to him as him, or the Whispered One. No reference beyond that.
What?
It's the guy of Percy.
What if it's what?
I'm having that thought as well.
What if it's what?
Yes.
That whispers to Percy.
Oh, shit.
Oh boy.
It's playing both sides, possibly Percival.
Oh, another question for Cassandra. The Duke, Venkman?
Quagmire.
Vegmire.
Venkmeyer. Have you seen him around
Venkmeyer.
the castle today, or recently?
Yeah, I've only seen him in the castle maybe 3 times since we've been here.
Because Grog, he's a Goliath.
He's wait, what?
He's a big Goliath. So
Nah, Cabby, and that's the whisper. It's not in quotes, so it has to be like the whisper, like the Matt whisper. Dude, me and the party. I'm on the same fucking page. Now, all of us could still be wrong, but I fully agree with what the party's spitting right now. Fully agree.
if he's here, you should just,
How'd you see him?
Oh, when I was a dinosaur and I burned down a house and killed a bunch of people.
It's a series of words that I know
You
individually,
fought him?
but it strings
I
together.
fought a
in ways that don't make
Goliath.
sense.
I wouldn't say fought because I sort of beat him really easily and then I ran away.
Oh, you killed him.
No, I just pushed him off a building and then I thought that was enough for the day, so I went home.
At this point, Cassandra looks over her shoulder at this. It's a shame you're not as tall as your tail, small one.
Well, thank you.
No.
Take that as a compliment.
No.
Oh, don't worry.
No.
Before we cross the precipice into this what is it? Undercroft?
Undercroft you're referring to.
Percival, we all have fought with you this whole time, and you know that we have your back and
Yes.
that we're with you in this 100%. But I'd like our enemies to know that as well. So with your permission, I will cast seeming on all of us, and I make the girls look like Cassandra and the boys look like Percy. So I give us all the right hair.
You're so awesome!
And if possible, I'd like to emblazon the sign of the rebellion on our chests in sort of an awesome Superman
pretty
glowing.
fucking
All right.
Oh, that's awesome.
But then with the
Three
movie
dosing.
sticker of Scanlan's
Dude, I mean, Sam's humble brag to Cass. I'll give it to you, Slow Drowned. I'll give it to you. That's fair enough. Dude, that's number one, awesome and hilarious. Like, I just fucking love that. But also, if Percy is going to be possessed and Cassandra is a sleeper agent, this is the most hilarious thing that you could possibly do. From, like, a DM perspective, if that's what I have planned, and you are giving me the opportunity to hide the traitors within the party, all we have to do is gag you so that you can't drop seeming. I mean, I think you can drop seeming at will regardless, but that's so funny, dude. This episode has loot, especially if we add in part 1. Yeah, it does. This episode really does have loot. That's true. That's just a sick move. That's so dope. What a fantastic use of that spell. God. I don't even know if I want to pick Mega Sam. I'm picking Mega Sam for the other thing. That's awesome. I don't know if I would have thought of it. That's so sick. How does he do it?
Arcane Mastery. All of you form into a small battalion of Percys and Cassandras, armored up.
Is he a big Percy?
He would have to be, yeah, because he still stays Percy's actual size. So if Percy was a little thicker and a little taller.
Percy's been hitting the roids.
Yep.
What is Trinket?
First we'll pull on
A bear
Trinket's
with,
like a-
with 2 streaks of white hair.
It's like a Sanrio
And he's
version of
wearing the little
Cassandra.
circle glasses.
Yeah, with the little glasses. Yes.
So
yes.
cute.
We are all Derolos today.
He's a hello Trinket.
Hello, Trinket.
Hello Trinket.
which Cassandra
Demonic.
looks around very confused for a second. Curious, yes.
But abrasive, right? You're put off by it, so it works. It's
Possibly
working.
confused. Possibly.
It's abrasiveness is his most powerful weapon.
I'm beginning to see. Well then,
Well, it's good to see.
she pulls short sword out. Shall we?
Are we like going in? Are we like going in to fight now?
We're going
Who knows?
into the cabin.
See what's
I'm
down there.
stealthing.
As are we all. Everyone will stealth check.
Should I cast Pass Without a Trace? Should I use?
Yeah.
I'm gonna use Pass Without a Trace because I don't have a lot of second level spells.
Okay.
Oh yeah, please.
Yeah, plus 10 to your stealth.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Thank God.
Boom.
Natural 20!
You're welcome.
26.
30. Natural 20.
Yeah.
Oh, natural 20 plus.
30 plus whatever your bonus is.
Yeah.
That's with the bonus.
That's no, that's
I'll take it with
9.
natural
No, that's 29. That's
Shit,
39.
natural 20.
Oh, you.
39 for me.
9. Just outstealthing you.
I gave him a fucking cloak, man.
Do we all get plus 10?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, then 29.
I'll be alright in a
28.
week.
21.
No, here, I'll do it. Roll
Okay,
impression.
thanks.
Vanish.
Before we go in,
Oh.
I go, Vax.
Oh.
How do you know it's him?
Just
Sound point.
Vax. Vax.
Yes, it's me. Yes, that's me.
Vax. I just.
Yes, it's me, Vax.
Slow drowned. Over a 30. Did it go over a 30 or was it exactly 30? Because it was nat 20 plus 10, right? I'm assuming she had at least plus something in stealth. So yeah, you're right.
What do you need? It's me.
Kiki, I love it.
What is me? It's me.
This is really creepy because it's brother and sister talking to each other right now. It looks like Percival and Cassandra.
Uncomfortable right now, by the way.
We're all.
Everybody's
Is there
uncomfortable.
anybody who is not made uncomfortable by this?
This was supposed to be a passing comment, and it's turned into a thing.
Pass it, come.
We're all...
Be careful.
Of course, Caleb.
He will be.
God damn it. I can't do this anymore.
Carry on.
Just go. Let's go. Can we go?
Oh, Sister Vex, do you mind giving me that gun again?
Shut up.
That'll be no
Oh,
problem at all.
You can't have it.
Why? Because I'm 3 feet tall.
Because I want it.
Oh, is this the body switching episode?
Right.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Continuing down to the top, a long set of white stone constructed stairs descend for about 45 feet before they level off into the Derolo Mausoleum. A long hallway continues forward that contains 2 10-by-10 stone structures that contain the entombed bodies of previous generations of Derolos, with 6 passages, 3 on each side, that step off of this main hallway that contain their own stone encapsulated corpses. This is a place of silent prayer and showing appreciation for the previous families. Not all of them were full, and there were extensions planned as the family grew, but the first thing you notice is all of the tomb doors are open. Is anyone holding a torchlight source? going through this?
He's got his flaming warhammer.
Yeah, I'll light up my hands.
Okay, so the two of you are the
I think I still have a torch, actually.
You've been carrying it with you through that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dagger.
Okay, so you have enough light sources to keep a general idea of what's going on. A lot of you guys have dark vision too, so you're pretty decent range.
I have no light vision.
So what's the marching order here, guys? Just so I know continuing down this path.
I feel like
We'll go Percy, Cassandra, Cassandra, Percy, Percy, Cassandra.
Boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl.
I'm gonna perception ahead, so I'll be towards the front.
Towards the front?
How about Grog in second place? Big sponge.
Trinket staying with you or staying back?
He's gonna stay for the back.
Put me in a happy middle.
Grog's second. Keyleth is he's in the middle.
She's Lucky Pierre.
All right. The rest of you guys.
Sorry, I just reset the chat because I realized it wasn't updating. The voice actors in them can't resist doing imitations. Yeah. I am trash at imitations. Whoa, caught up in super speed? The chat did? Or what happened? I caught up in super speed? I don't know what's happening. I'm not out of shock though. Yeah, I don't think the 01, it wasn't out of shock. It was out of other things. Sometimes Sam can be really funny. The vague suppression is one of them. I did really like that. I like a good impression, but I am not good at them. But I can appreciate a good impression. Chat caught up in super speed. Oh, weird. Very weird. Oh yeah. Yes, I already read that.
Trinket staying close to Scanlan.
Okay, scanning staying towards the back.
I guess so.
All right. Percy, the back.
Weird tech stuff.
I'll be behind Grog.
Okay.
As well.
I'll be in the back with my sister.
All right, and this is Cassandra.
Oh no, she's so drunk.
It's like a flying V formation you guys are pushing in here.
Go home, Berlin. You're drunk.
All right. So
That's so funny. If it was not Vax says my sister, we've got a new person that might say my sister, but I did specify Vax.
you progress to the Undercroft quietly as possible. You notice as you get past the first section, you look to the right and left, and the
Oh, weird. Interesting. Tal saying my sister. So, Mega, you would say you're impressed? I would say I'm impressed when? Oh, gosh, that must have been a while ago. Did the multi-stream... Oh, no, now the multi-stream chat isn't catching up. Dude, that's so weird. Either the on-screen chat is working or this off-screen chat. I'm going to refresh. Let's see. Impression pun? Oh, nice. All right, that one was good. I liked that one, Daniel. I liked that one.
Inside of these small, like, cubby offshoots that contain these separate 10 by 10 stone tombs, the walls have shelves kind of burrowed into it in which there are urns and small gems and offerings, things that were kind of buried alongside family members.
I'm seeing it now. I'm going to rewind a sec just to... So this is just, hey, Vex, look at all this loot.
Urns and small gems and offerings, things that were kind of buried alongside family members as part of remembrance. Yeah, no go Skyrim.
Not fun.
I wasn't gonna do it.
Once again, you see the doors are open, and what you can tell, the stone lids on the tombs are pulled off and kind of to the side. Across the way, as you move towards the center of the room to the second set of openings, you can see the far wall, which it ended. The room ends on the far side, but there is about a 15-20 foot wide and about a 10 to 15 foot tall hole burrowed into the far wall. And the closer you get, you see large piles of dirt that fill one side of the room or put off to the side, as if there's pieces of this dig were discarded. And there's a trail of dirt across the ground that appears to have not been very well cleaned to show that dirt was being moved in and out of this area. You also see, as you push towards the kind of 2/3 into the room, broken pieces of white stone that have been carved into what looks like parts of walls or pillars, support things that failed in their construction and just broke and were kind of tossed and discarded to the side. Make a perception check.
Oh! Natural 20.
Oh, nice.
What the fuck? Might have to
I
calculate.
had a 1 today.
A1.
A1.
And
I had A1.
Someone, one of you critters out there has to get Taliesin a really, really pretty new D20 that he has to use going forward.
That's shapeways.com.
Not that one. Not that one. All right, so, what's you?
29.
12.
26.
I don't remember. It wasn't very good.
Okay.
13.
Okay.
I also haven't paused it, but Schrodinger's cat is really... fuck. Schrodinger's chat is very, very good. I might have said, it's definitely not a groan. It's a good pun, though. I like that. Man, where are the nat 20 spaces when you need them? I know. I thought that already earlier, because we don't... And that's the thing. Some of these bingo spaces, I remember us talking about how, like, one of them is basically like a freebie. If you have enough bingo spaces, sometimes you need freebies. And sometimes you'll generate one and there's absolutely no freebies. Also, for those who don't know, chat is French for cat. I did not know that. That goes even fucking deeper. Unless you're bullshitting me right now. Oh my god. Paige just confirmed it. That's crazy. That works on so many levels. Is that guy your guys' just new name is just Schrodinger's chat? That's my new. I think that's my new official name for chat. I don't think I can name it anywhere, but I'm just gonna. You'll all know. If you're here right now, you now know that that's your name. That's great.
Those of you
Wasn't as good
about
as
25 or above, you glance and you find two of these slivers of this material you don't recognize and part of this broken stone. It's like a dark green glass, about a half an inch to an inch thick in slivers. You only find a small scattering few, and it has a grainy texture to it. And you kind of take a look at it, and it's opaque. It's transparent. You can see, shapes through it, but it's opaque enough to the point where it distorts a little bit of the visual color behind it.
Can I do a nature check on this? Is this similar to the broken glass that I collected before?
Which broken glass?
I don't know. I just have
I feel like
broken
that was
glass.
the red stones or something from
I feel like there was some sort of like...
There was that sea of glass.
Yeah, we were in like some cavern. Or
The sea bone glass. Okay, yeah, it is not similar to that. No. However, those who are trained in Arcana, you can go ahead and make an Arcana roll.
Trained in Arcana.
Trained in Arcana.
What is this?
How do you know if you're trained in Arcana?
-2.
You would have filled in if you had
The dot?
The dot.
Oh, 11.
Oh, the dot.
You have really no idea what this glass is.
I grab it back.
That was just me. I'm the only Arcana trained person here?
That's it?
Wow. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Can I try a nature check on it?
Sure.
It's like,
Sure,
it's not
it's
gonna
not
tell you
gonna
shit, but sure.
Especially,
15?
yeah.
She can see you.
It's glass,
like
and
she sees you.
most glass you understand is designed by usually sand or other materials that at a high temperature or some sort of process is melted and fused.
So it's manufactured.
It appears to be, or naturally occurred. And then actually, and the structure of it has this kind of bumpy, wavy. It's not like smooth glass. It's kind
Like
of,
when lightning hits sand?
kind of, but you're not sure what it actually is.
I wonder if this was holding that acid.
Yeah, or
I wonder if something very, very hot.
That's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if it's like a symptom of something.
When they burn the white stone with the acid or something?
Do I see any like recent tracks around here? Does it look like people came down here?
Form of whitestone.
Make a survival check.
Or what the magic
With
is in
advantage,
white
because
stone.
you're a crazy ranger trick.
13.
You see tracks here and there, some fresher than others. Yeah.
How many of us found this?
Well, so we saw it in...
You've got one.
Yeah, you got one piece.
The person's got the other?
Second piece, yeah.
Want to burn one?
I walk away from the group,
Good, I'll
all
try
the way
it.
to the back, and I take it.
To where you came from, or to the...
Yeah, towards where we came from. What's behind us? Like, what, is it just tunnel back that way?
You mean what path you're going?
Yeah, I push through the back of the group to the back.
Okay.
And what's behind us?
Where you just came from
Yeah.
is the stairs that lead up
Stairs.
to the castle.
Ah, damn it. No, Cabium, you've made a this is a 4-dimensional matrix at that point. Because the Schrodinger's chat is in a variable state of chat and not chat. And then the chat about the chat is in a variable state of chat or not chat. So we've got 4 dimensions to this. So this is a tesseract of a this is a tesseract 4-dimensional graph, and the reality could be anywhere within that tesseract. This is a very easy question, Cabium. I don't even know why you would phrase it like that. There's this is a very straightforward answer. You never know which one until looked exactly. Right now there's some chat, and we're chatting about chat. So right now we've locked it in to chatting about chat. But if there is a chat or not, that's a little bit still in flux, I would say. Both, but only when observed. Would you say there's 20 dimensions? We need a lot more layers. Actually, no. Only one layer. One more layer would give us, 9 permutations? Because it's 3... No, it'd be 3 cubed. Oh, God. Oh, wait, no. Factorial 3. I don't know what factorial is. 6? I used to like math. But that's getting too much. I don't know how many Schrodingers we'd need to get to 20 dimensions. Tesser chat. Oh, Tesser chat. Dude. Oh my god. I see, obvious in hindsight. Oh, it's just so clear. And you know what? And that's why you come to me. Education. I'm basically 3 blue, 1 brown. I would say. What if we add Heisenberg's indeterminate chat? Oh god. We're getting beyond my knowledge. No. Like 40 chess, but about a dead cat or chat. Exactly. Mega Does Math is going on the bingo card. At some point, the strings of our theory are going to unravel. Exactly. It'll be like the season 3 end of Loki. I've only seen season 1. I don't know what happens in season 2, but I'm going to guess that that's what happens at the end of season 3. Because I've got the divination gift.
Throw it there.
I see Vex looking around. Can I look for tracks as well? I'm proficient in survival and I never use it.
Sure.
Natural 20.
Oh shit!
I swear.
It really is.
While you sit there inspecting the dirt,
It looks like there's some tracks here, but I don't know what it's.
Grog, you immediately see a cluster of recent footprints, probably a day old at most, that lead in towards the tunnel. Looks like the prints are of 7 individuals. Feet are fairly wide, masculine and heavy in step. One gait appears to be smaller, thinner, and more feminine.
How many tombs are open around us?
8 total in this room.
Should we check the tombs?
They're already
They're
open and empty.
You want to make a perception check?
Oh shit.
Yeah, all of us?
10.
28.
25.
20.
18.
Okay, 20 and above. That'd be just you two?
20.
Oh yeah, 3. All right, so you 3. You notice the temperature drop ever so slightly in the room, and in the darkened shadow, you kind of look around and you see what appears to be some sort of ethereal mass drifting.
Damn it.
God damn it, here we go again.
We got company.
There's one round that you 3 get to act. The rest of yours have a surprise round right now.
What kind of mist?
Bad, deadly ghost
What kind
mist.
of mist? What kind of mist?
So Grog,
A miasma.
Vex, you're checking this.
Guys.
You guys are back here.
It's a battle
Max,
map.
you're back here. This way. Trinket's up with you, and Scanlan, you're
I was in the back.
back in area. So you're over here with these guys.
Good call, Lassie. Good call. Yeah, it's been... it's 2 hours 11 right now. We're kind of about to jump into something. Also, player's handbook right there. That's a B1 if I've ever seen it. Matt commits twink Fraser by assuming the dainty lady footsteps belong to a woman. That made me laugh. Anyways, so yeah, I think we'll just do, since they're about to get to something kind of big. I think let's call it. Let's call it a bio break for now, and then we'll come back, because I think we're making good time. So I think we can do a bio break right now, and then keep going into this new and exciting world. And I will put on... Okay, let's see if the music got any better. Let's see if it got less... brrr, you know? No, it did not. That is the answer. It did not get better. Why... Okay, let me try to play it through an alternate... Wait, what? We can relaunch the application? Wait, what? Am I still going? Am I still going right now, Paige? Yeah. Okay. Streamlabs closed. Like literally just like closed out on me, and an error message popped up. But I need to check. An error occurred. Don't worry, if you were streaming or recording, that is still happening in the background. Hello. Whenever you're ready, we can relaunch the application. However, this will end your stream/recording session. So, all right, Robin. I can see your chat on the TV. Son of a bitch. So is this gonna end the 0.5.5? Oh, damn it. Okay. I'm gonna click yes, but for the YouTube frogs right now, I may or may not have to do another episode, and I'm going to turn off auto stop after this, because this cannot keep happening. So I'm also gonna mess with the bitrate so that maybe the pixelation's better. But okay, I will see you in a second. If the stream on YouTube ends, go to the channel page and I'm going to host a new stream. And hopefully it's the last time.